Good morning. My name is David Leinweber, and I am your board chair for another few weeks here. And so this will be my last board update in front of you guys. And there are a few things that I'd like to relate to you about my experience on the board and some thoughts I have in leaving and passing the torch to someone else. So this is the, I think, 5th time I've been on a Unity board. I started here 35 years ago on our board. That was my first time. I was about 25 years old at the time. And I've been on the board at here, obviously, Unity Port Townsend, Unity Bremerton as well. And each time that I've served in that capacity, it's been a wonderful time for me. You know, you think about, oh, board meetings, how boring, and you know, it actually has been a time of spiritual growth for me every single time I've served on a board. And so I would encourage those of you who have become governing members to think about serving on the board in the future, and those of you who are community members to think about becoming governing members so you can serve, because it's an essential function that we have to run this church. And it's not just money and hiring and firing ministers. I mean, that's a part of it. You know, and obviously whoever's on the board this time around is going to need to be looking at replacing Gary and Jane as they retire. The members of the board are hopefully the ones that set the energy tone for the church, the ones that are you know, holding the light of where we're going and holding the light of that vision. And that's an important task to do for us, because we know it's the thoughts in mind that become the reality here on the planet. And so that's, I think, one of the real key things about a board member is holding that vision, holding that light, and being that individual that you know, is not coming from a place of lack, is coming from a place of prosperity and a place of I am enough. And so you know, think about doing that service. And the other thing that I really think is essential that we consider across the next 2 years is, you know, Jane and Gary have brought us to a place where we're thinking about shifting the kind of ministry that we do, because the kind of ministry that we've done in the past doesn't work in today's world. And so we're looking to become a mission-centric ministry rather than a minister-centric ministry. And in order to do that, that means that we, the congregants, have to pick up the slack. That means that the things that normally a minister might do for us, like holding a vision, are the things that we need to do instead. And you do that by volunteering. You do that by stepping up to the plate. And a lot of you do that. You know, we have all kinds of folks that chaplaincy program and greeters greeting folks that come in the door. We've got folks that you know, keep the grounds up, and there's a place for everybody. Well, you know, we need people to click a PowerPoint in the sound booth. You know, there's a lot of tasks here, and if you're not involved in youth ed or something here, you know, get involved, because it's fun. You meet people, you get to know really nice folks in a very personal way, and you know, it makes you feel good, and it takes care of the place. And then the other component of this, of course, is that one that is ongoing, and is in all 5 boards that I've been on, it's always been an issue. I would say less so of an issue here, but that's the financial support of the church. And you know, you don't think twice about paying your mortgage payment or paying your electric bill, but sometimes we have to think twice about paying our electric bill and our staff and those things, because we don't always have the funds there that need to be there. Sometimes we're putting that stuff off a month, and nobody likes doing that. And so we need to be conscious of using the prosperity that we gain through being here to help financially support the church as well. And you know, Gary says I'm never going to get up there and talk about it, and he doesn't. But Jim's real good about telling you what we need. But you know, this is our place. This is our heat bill. This is our staff that we, you know, pay to do these things for us here. And without all of that, this place doesn't run. And without all of our volunteers, there wouldn't be snacks and coffee and live stream to watch when you're not here, or you're ill, or you're out of town. You know, all of the things that happen here wouldn't happen here without the volunteers. And so I congratulate everybody that does volunteer, and there's a lot of them around here. And a lot of people that volunteer do multiple things. Like me, I'm trying to be in the sound booth and here at the same time, and sing in the choir today. So, you know, a lot of folks here do those things all at once. So I just really encourage you to, think about where, if you're not stepping forward and filling in and volunteering somewhere, where could you do that? Where could you fit? Because just ask folks, because they'll be happy to welcome you into their clan. So please consider that. But also please consider, what's my place and how energy-wise and how do I help this place grow and be governed and be managed. So thank you.